Hey, you freaks! Welcome to the ultimate solo survival Rust tips ever. I have over 13,000 hours, and some of these key tactics took me a couple of thousand hours to learn. A couple of thousand hours to become repeatable, so that I can have success every wipe. There's whole individual videos of each of these 10 tactics. You'll find those in Paxus's Rust tutorials playlist. But here they are, for the first time, all together in a nutshell. The top 10 ultimate solo survival tips, or at least Paxus's top 10. For example, if I wanted to get a newbie from 0 to hero, 0 to maybe skip 4,000 hours worth of experience, these are the 10 things. Alright, enjoy. One of the first things, because it's the first thing you do, and can be one of the hardest things too, is getting your starter base down. Loads of people do this wrong. They do all sorts of things. They fight, they hit trees. No, you got to get inland ASAP. You don't stop for nothing except to grab all the pickups. You never stop. No fighting, no farming. Number 2, get health to 100% as fast as possible. That's what those pickups are for. Mushrooms, cloth, all that stuff. Just get your health up. Number 3, look for a build site on the run. If you can't do that, hide in a bush or something and consider things like the monuments, road, outpost, bandit camp, fishing village, whether you can be near a recycler, water source, preferably somewhere hidden, near trees for wood, near nodes, and near the ocean can be good if you want to play that strategy. Number 4, put down a sleeping bag. That depends on how much hemp you've been able to pick up for cloth. Same for hiding loot. That's number 5, in stash bags, 6, create a weapon. I'm not a fan of spears, but if you're good with them, maybe. You can't make a bow, but ideally a bow. 7, build small and build fast. I can't say this enough. A lot of people are building 2x2s or even bigger. No, a starter should be a starter, should be small, should be small, should be small. One foundation at a time. Quickly close one square, put your TC down, put a door, lock it, then extend. Number 8, kill an animal or 2 for fat really fast, because low grade is going to be the priority, so that you can build a furnace so you can make metal doors. And that's number 9, is making 2 metal doors. You should have at least 2 metal doors before you even think of logging off for the day. Okay, I promise the remaining 9 won't take as long. So the start leads into your starter base, which leads into your next base, or making your starter into your main base, and surviving the whole wipe and avoiding being raided while you're playing or offline. And as you can see from this clip here, I've done videos like this many times before. This is just one of many. I think the title was something like the 5 best tips. This is yet another example of my go-to base, which I've now 100% proven over years. The way to survive all wipe long, 99% of the time, is to have multiple tiny shitty little bases. Tiny multi-bases. I can even live in just one of these and survive all wipe long. I haven't been raided for months. If you're skeptical, I understand. You got to check out these 2 videos. They'll be linked in the description, and I'll probably add them as cards as well. Anyway, I don't want to get too in-depth here about this base, because you don't have to use this base, but the great big deal about this base is that instead of a normal way in, it's a drop down to get in, and that's what's a killer. No one's going deep on you, and it makes raiding tough, aside from the fact that no one wants to raid a 1x2 or a 1x3 anyway. Let's leave it at that and move on with the tips. Top tip number 3. This is a huge one. It's massive. Your whole playstyle's got to be different, especially solos, duos and trios. You've got to always use guerrilla tactics. If you don't know what guerrilla tactics is, look it up. And seriously, read books about special forces. I mean, there's heaps of special forces dudes that have written books. And those kind of tactics are what you have to use in Rust if you want to survive and thrive. Or you could just watch all my videos, because I'm always talking about tips and how I do it. Transport is king, especially horses, but we'll get there in a second. Air power has many tactical advantages, and if you watch my videos, you'll see what those are. Submarines, likewise, a great tactical advantage. Ideally, you should have both of them. But horses are the real king. Horses provide insta cover, they're a meat shield, fast travel to, for example, to monuments, which means you can build further away from the monuments, which is safer. Evade and escape enemies, safer farming. I already kind of mentioned it, but you can live further away in more remote areas, which is all part of the guerrilla tactics, and stealth, which is what I'm saying you should play. Hit and run, ambush tactics, these are all things you can do with a horse. You can hunt the bears, because people always complain, oh, the bears run away. Well, you're not hunting them right. You've got to hunt them with a horse. Fast raid, you ride your horse there, you throw 2 C4, boom, boom, loot, get on the horse right away. Extra storage on the horses. They're faster than minicopters in most cars. Explore the map. If you're playing solo and you don't have a friend to jump up to reach something, horse, free jump up. There's more, but this is an in a nutshell video, and I need to get on. But horses lead to, well, the next tip, tip 5. So you can get free scrap with almost no risk. So you can unlock all the blueprints you need. 2 or even 1 horse just constantly poops, and the poop doesn't decay fast anymore. So you can just grab that poop, put it in a composter, and especially if you build within riding distance of bandit camp, you sell the poop there for scrap. You can get all your blueprints like this. It's like getting free blueprints. Okay, tip 6, hiding loot. One way or another, you need to learn how to hide your TC, and especially how to hide your loot. There's a ton of videos on how to do this, so I'm not going to go into it. Tip 7. Pretty self-explanatory, but multiple tiny bases and flank bases are key to survival for defense and to spread your loot. The old adage of not all your eggs in one basket. We already covered the 2 must-see videos from the base section, tip number 2. These are the 2 videos, the pictures here. I'll be linking to them as well. So let's move on to tip 8. Just like in real estate, location, location, location. Where you build is huge. I can't go into it in this. This is a in a nutshell thing. I mentioned it in other bits. It's deeply covered in those 2 videos I keep telling you to watch that I just mentioned from the previous tip and from tip 2. Yeah, I don't know what else to tell you. Location is huge to your survival. And if you want to never get raided, I'm telling you, watch those 2 videos. And if you don't trust me, even Wurst endorsed them. Tip 9, PvP. Get good. I'm joking. Well, yes or no. You do gotta just get good, and that means just do lots of PvP. Believe it or not, I have 58 PvP videos, and I even discuss PvP tactics of other people, like people who are really good as well. After 2,000 hours, something will click, and you will get better, but by watching those kind of videos and other people's videos, you may just get it, and not have to just practice for 2,000 hours. You might just watch, and just something will click, and you'll get it. For example, like, you really must fight from cover whenever you can, or you'll notice that someone like Trausi always has an exit plan before he even starts a fight. That's all I'm going to say about PvP. Tip 10. Of course, there's a ton of different ways to play this game, but if you want to be rich, usually you need to raid. I have a whole video on how to raid as a solo or a small group, so watch that if you want to know more. These are the top 10 things to be successful in Rust. Peace, love, and mung beans. Actually, since you guys have hung around for so long, here's a bonus tip for you. And it's just this. When you're happy to run around buck naked with just a bow, you're like a pig in shit just because this game is so amazing and you can really have fun with nothing, no one can ever get you tilted. I'm not joking. Have fun, don't be attached to your loot, your base or your gear, and you'll never get butthurt. You'll have endless hours of fun. I'm an expert at never getting tilted in this game. If you can't do it, or if you don't know how, send me a message and I'll teach you. Alright, see you dudes. And do that. And soon there'll be Elite Dangerous video, so look forward to that.
Paxus.
Hollywood has just become so stale. Don't you agree? Not this floor either. Wilson, isn't he on tonight?
Father yours. Sir? It's very late.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
I promised you a sight.
It's over, Anakin! I have the high ground! You underestimate my power! Don't try it!